I rave about the importance of commitment and why it is more important to have than motivation. But I acknowledge that motivation is great to have if you have it. It cannot hurt to have high motivation. So, what I'm going to talk to you today about is the mental framework that I use for overcoming low motivation. And this is a framework that you can apply as well. So this is Mark Johnson, your fitness ambassador from Bounce Pep and the youngest son of Bill Johnson. And let us jump into this immediately. Look, we are all human. We have shifts or swings in mood from day to day, from hour to hour. Some of us may be a little bit more crazy than others. Maybe it can be from minute to minute. But the point being, our mood can shift. And when our mood shifts, when it changes, our motivation can rise or it can decrease. So inevitably, you will have days where your motivation is lower than what you would like it to be. That's fine. You're human. It's natural. Now, at Bounce Pep, of course, we are usually talking in the context of physical fitness. So we're going to start there. And the example that we're going to use is the days when you, in fact, are committed to working out, but you don't have that high motivation to get up, to get up off your behind and go and do it. So on those days when you have low motivation, you can apply this framework to help you get out of your funk. The very, very first thing you do, step number one, this is the first thing that you need to do, is acknowledge your resistance. And acknowledging your resistance is simply allowing yourself to feel the feeling. You don't feel like going. It's cool. You can feel that. Okay. But once you feel it, then you have to think about what you're feeling. And what that requires is that you see yourself from the third person's point of view. So now you're stepping outside of yourself and you're thinking about what you're feeling. And what that does is it allows your mind to take control of your behavior so that you're just not stuck, bogged down in your low mood, unable to take any kind of action. Okay, so that's the first step. The next step is to take action anyway. Let me repeat. Despite the fact that you don't really feel like getting up and going to work out, you take action anyway. This is very, very important. You just have to force yourself to get up and go do it. So these first two steps I want you to understand are things that you do with intent. This kickstarts the first two steps: acknowledge your resistance and take action anyway. Those kickstart everything else that comes after it. So get up, take action anyway. Just say I'm going to do it because I'm committed. What happens is you will move on to the next three steps in the framework. The next three steps happen mostly involuntarily. Like once you start working out, you take that action. What's going to happen is you go to the next step, which is you refocus. And refocus simply means that your mind becomes attuned to what you were doing at that moment. So your mind refocuses on the workout. You're thinking about the workout. You're putting in the reps. That's occupying more real estate inside your brain than your previously low mood was. Okay. Again, this will happen automatically. You don't have to make it happen. It will just begin to happen as you work out. Proceeding, step number 4, your mood will shift. So the low mood that you started off with will actually begin to shift into a better mood, into a higher mood, so to speak. This will happen naturally. And now, step 5. Once your mood has started shifting and you complete your workout, you've got in all the reps, you're finished, you're calling it a day. Guess what? Your commitment is affirmed. So understand what I'm saying here. You're going to feel a deep sense of satisfaction, accomplishment that you were able to get up despite the fact that you really didn't have it in you that day, and you still made it happen. You still actually finished what you were committed to finishing. You got it done. Your mood is much better now. You got a little victory. That's going to affirm your commitment, and it's going to reinforce your commitment. So that is actually the complete process. And again, remember, the steps 3 through 5, those happen automatically without you necessarily actively making them happen. They just happen as a matter of course with you, going ahead and proceeding to complete your workout. So I want you to use this framework. Let's go through them 1 through 5 very quickly one last time. Acknowledge your resistance. Take action anyway. Refocus. Shift your mood. Affirm your commitment. That is the 5-step framework. I want you to apply this anytime you don't feel like working out. Just try it. Trust me. Remember, the 2 most important steps are the first 2. Acknowledge your resistance and take action anyway. And then after that, everything will take care of itself. So I want you to go ahead and take that with you. I also want you to make sure that you download Be the Total Package, 8 maxims for high achievers who want to get fit, because I know that you are a high achiever. And if you're not yet a high achiever, you're aspiring to be one. So you need to get that book and read everything in there and act on everything. So take that with you. Have a great day. Keep up the good work.